Well, it looks like my day has come. YouTube AI channels are replacing everyone. You probably think I'm AI because I'm talking like this. Well, it's going to get dark because today's video we're going to be reacting to is None of This Is Real by Decoy Voice. Link to the original channel in the description below. We're talking about AI slop channels. People call me slop. Just wait, it's going to get worse. If you like the conversations and discussions we do here on this channel, I promise I am not an AI. Consider subscribing and getting your keyboards ready because we're getting into it starting now.
With low effort content, this isn't so much the rise of AI, but the fall of mediocrity. Let's just take the trend of street interviews about dating.
What made you tell him, yes, I'll go out with you?
Google's VO3 video generation is getting eerily close to reality.
If you were any animal right now, what would you be and why? Not quick.
A sloth, but like a party sloth.
Define true love for me tonight.
Finding an onion ring in your french fries. Unexpected, beautiful, deep. What is...
That's actually really freaky. Can I be honest? That's kind of weird. Is that weird? Is that weird? Like I'm like scared. Like I'm nervous. Like it makes me uncomfortable.
The biggest dating platform at Berkeley?
Definitely ditto AI.
What's one move with AI that makes haters go crazy every time?
Oh, y'all gotta give them that. This is wild. It's over. We are cooked on that thread. You get me?
All it needs is more polish. It's actually already there. I'm going to be replaced by AI. This is actually kind of scary.
Now obviously we can still tell that it's fake, but I imagine in 2 years it'll be impossible to tell. Just look at the last 2 years of text-to-video improvement, especially when the videos it imitates never innovate. And not to pick on anybody in particular, but as an example, one of the most successful channels that makes this content seems to recreate the same video over and over and over.
Okay, look. He's kind of picking on this guy, but the reality is people eat that shit up. Like I don't know how to even, like, I'm not trying to defend them, but like there is an audience for this. And because they're TikToks, right, they're vertical long form, it's not like they're sitting there watching every single one over and over and over and over again. If anything, they're getting shown maybe so like one today, one in the morning, maybe one in the afternoon. Like it's all algorithm. This is algorithm content. Does that make sense? Whereas like I don't know, if someone made it like the same thing but like on YouTube, it's more for an audience. Whereas this is algorithm content. It's very different. Like, so to say that it's like, oh, this is like bland or whatever, it's just not for us. But he's making it according to what TikTok wants. So I also want to put that out there.
And street interviews is just one niche that AI can easily replicate.
It's true.
As it can take on basically any content that can be perceived as low effort, such as video game streams.
Woo! Victory Royale with a pickaxe! Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree and you just like, you know, punch it down.
As people are thinking,
the brain rot channels are going to go crazy. And I feel like my channel is going to get replaced by AI. But that's the thing though. Like, if that's the case, I'm sorry, guys. I tried my best to fight the Skynet, but if it doesn't work, then it is my fault and I failed y'all.
Thinking this technology will replace the faceless slop already plaguing the YouTube platform, as I remember stumbling upon these 7-hour-long videos recapping cartoons to discover these new channels doing the same exact thing, where it's basically an endless loop of AIs generating the same slop. And now I even question the original creator of that format, as maybe he was originally a real person, but just lent his voice to AI and had ChatGPT generate the scripts. As we know, AI in its current iteration can't formulate new ideas, but it's great at rehashing existing information at speeds quicker than any human could possibly be. which
hold on, let me see what he's gonna say here.
is why I'm personally afraid of these AI news personalities.
Oh,
In
that's
shocking news, J.K. Rowling's yacht sank with her on board after being attacked by orcas off the coast of Turkey.
As I oftentimes joke around about,
yeah. All it takes is for them to make a news report that is exactly similar to, like, model it after like a news host, like a prominent news host. Like, I don't know if like they took, like, if someone made CNN AI clips and used actual hosts on there, it would get crazy. I didn't even think about that. Now I'm even more scared. I just think, like, how do I say it? I'm not a fan of the AI slop, because there's no personal connection, but also I understand YouTube for some reason just loves AI right now and reward AI channels. I don't know what I think they're just trying to replace people, because ultimately I think they won't have to pay these AI channels eventually. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. But the reality is, if YouTube doesn't start cracking down on these channels, then once this problem arrives, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get wild. Sorry, my mind's all over the place because I'm thinking of 99 different things right now, because this is actually kind of crazy. Why is it not playing?
a 24/7 decoy voice live stream of a deep fake puppet version of me live streaming at all hours of the day, responding to whatever trends in the news with my voice and my face. But the terrifying thing about today is someone else could probably do it before me, as I previously talked about the recreate an image trend, where ChatGPT just made crappy versions of me until it randomly identified that I was decoy voice. That's why it's great to have the sponsor for today's video, Delete Me. You might have watched me for a while, but know very little about me, as I am someone that definitely enjoys his privacy, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult with what's called data brokers, where they're collecting everything about everybody: phone numbers, addresses, birthdays, and basically everything that can identify you, just so they can package it and sell it online. Now, my name is similar to Korean John Doe, so searching that has plenty of other people popping up before me. But what was terrifying was Googling my old phone number. It had my birthday, past employers, and every address I've lived at in the last decade, including my parents' address. So it was great to get Delete Me, who went through and helped remove data from...
I'll be honest. Sorry, I was reading a text. I've never used a service like this, and I'll be honest, I'm extremely skeptical of these. I'm just gonna be honest. But hey, if y'all want to sponsor me and I check it out, hey, let me know in the comments. Hey, y'all know my email, hit me up.
From hundreds of these data broker websites. Now, in full transparency, although they did do a great job, search engines still reference the websites that no longer existed, but it was easy to go directly to them to get my data removed. And now I feel much more comfortable being online as much as I am. So it's a perfect time to try it too, as you can get 20% off Delete Me plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/decoy20 and use promo code decoy20 at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/decoy20. And it's not just YouTube content creators that should be afraid, but even creative fields like video games, stand-up comedians,
And all they had was one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
television sitcoms,
It's about nothing. Who would watch a video about nothing?
and even Hollywood blockbuster movies are slowly seeing realistic AI clones.
Where are the bodies?
Now, obviously,
Someone's getting sued. Someone's getting sued. They have to model that after something specific. Like, that's crazy.
in its infancy, it's going to generate small errors, like popping off shots without your finger on the trigger. But I see it as no different from bringing a Starbucks cup to Middle-earth, or more recently, the Man of Steel getting hurt by a cup. And even though AI can't really conceptualize new ideas, it's really no different from how Hollywood is currently. That's why I say it's not so much the rise of AI, but how mediocrity finally dies.
I think he's a little bit more social commentary on what he's saying, but I would disagree. I think AI is definitely like, there's a difference between, because there is talented people, but the problem is the AI is specifically trying to replace the talented people with a worse product. Does that make sense? So I understand what he's saying, but there is talented people that that these people are developing the technology to replace specifically, not replace the shitty people. Does that make sense? Um, like, and I can like for example with gaming, if you have a really good level designer, people are developing AIs that just randomly generate levels because it's like, well, they're not replacing the good level designer. If anything, they're just wanting more levels. So it's like they're changing the whole philosophy from quality to quantity. Now the theory is that if you have more quantity and you have a model that works much quicker than any human being can, you can then eventually hopefully get to better quality at a larger scale. But the problem is that hasn't been proven yet. And we don't know if that can actually happen. Now, that could be happening because AI is exponential in its improvements and blah, 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 blah. But I just think that there's going to be a certain point that they're going to hit that it's going to become either, it's just not going to become what they expect it to be. I don't know. You could argue with me in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do see what he's saying. And I kind of agree, but I also think that like it's a little bit more than that.
As anybody actually innovating in their field doesn't have to worry about AI quite yet. It's just the people that solely follow trends that will be replaced by AI that also follows trends just 20 times faster.
Okay, I see what he's saying. Let's see. I should have just waited on the video, but you know, I have to react. I have to give my thoughts. But no, I do see what he's saying. I think so too. So like street interviews, my type of content. I don't think I would be replaced because, well, actually, I think reaction content will become slop, AI slop, because it's just people watch AI content like they just I don't know what it is. I honestly think it's just kids channels that are left on TV and parents aren't checking. And so it's just AI over and over and over again. And so something like that will come about. I think it's the same thing. But yeah, I see what he's saying. It's like the low effort will get replaced, but we'll see.
As those fake stream interviews is just low effort content, copying low effort content. But watch this parody ad about medicine.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
As the creator stated, he used to make pharma ads with $500,000 budgets, but made this with 1% of the money, stating he made this alone in one day when it would normally take 50 people in 2 months. And even elaborated on how if he spent just a week with $2,000, he could have made the quality 90% of what you see on TV. As I'm editing this video, I just realized it's actually 0.1%, but again, I never claimed to be a math Asian. So even at 90% of what you'd get for $500,000, it's insane to me that anybody can get pharmacy-grade video production for what?
Yeah, I mean, this is yeah. GG's everybody, pack it up. Pack it up. Soon every live stream, every TikTok will be AI, every YouTube video will be AI. We're donezo, we're cooked.
But is essentially the same price as a cell phone unlimited plan. It just reminds me of the crude beginnings of Newgrounds and all the janky flash animations that were innovative but amateur. And now all the major studios animate almost exclusively in Flash. As I'm sure there were plenty of pen and pad animators that were scoffing at the idea of all those kids playing with Flash on their computers, completely oblivious that as those kids grew up, they would replace every last physical animator. As I think Google's VO is this generation's Adobe Flash, where even if you're a top innovator in your field, you are in some way going to need to incorporate AI. As look at Mr. Beast. AI slop can't replace the person, but he still heavily utilizes it in his content.
I mean, everybody uses, yeah, especially for thumbnails. I think that's kind of the general rule right now is like, you can use it to enhance your thumbnails because if you, well, so Mr. Beast has a team of people you can hire. If I'm a small content creator, I don't have a team of people that can do my thumbnails all the time. So it's kind of understood that like, as long as you're using like yourself, For the most part, everyone's kind of cool with it. But the fact that like now imagine Mr. Beast uses the thumbnail is AI, his voice is AI, the video is AI. It's just gonna get he doesn't even need to exist.
Which brings me to the final point. Sure, we jokingly refer to these AI innovations as replacing YouTubers, but what happens when it replaces the medical field or entire militaries? As today, the defense secretary just got Trump to give nukes to AI.
That Secretary Hegseth was speaking to, which is the need for incredible amounts of power at defense installations and also in AI-focused installations. What this executive order will do is speed up the approval and adoption process for specialized nuclear reactors at these sorts of sites.
It was once funny to see AI bots fail at even playing soccer, but now China has them training to fight. And now even medical professionals are being replaced by AI.
Which is even crazier because first of all, those robots, a lot of that technology was stolen from American companies. So shout out to them. But also, yeah, the fact that everyone's and somehow everyone's still broke as shit. Like, where's all this money going? Where's this money coming from?
I developed this skill over 20 years. I just, boom, look at an x-ray and say, oh, here we go. We have right middle lobe pneumonia. But here comes AI, and of course, they pick it up in a second.
So the more we phase out manned fighter aircraft for automated drone swarms and train medical professionals for AI diagnosis, not because of laziness or skill, but because AI simply scales better, the more we will need to protect our new robot overlords. So maintaining security and nuclear energy for these processing facilities will probably be a top priority for every country. And I don't know how we went from AI taking YouTuber jobs to Trump giving AI its own nuclear reactors, but I guess that just proves that this channel is still powered by a human, as proven by my ADHD.
I mean, that's kind of, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because like for a long time, people were like, yeah, military target, like nuclear plants can't be military targets because it's like, it's never a good thing. But if everyone's military evolves to whatever the modern age is, and everyone's using AI and its full capabilities, and they're powering it with a nuclear plant because that's the only thing that can realistically power it, then do they become military targets because they're so intertwined with, like, does the AI, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. That's probably why China is building that giant underground base that they're building over there. So that when the machines attack, they could just go underground.
So I will never use AI to generate a video, just maybe a bit of old-fashioned outsourcing. But if you appreciate my concise,
oh, he's right there. I didn't see him.
Commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice.
Did he just change shirts, or did he give him a shirt? I wonder if he just like that'd have been funny. But yeah, let me know if you think what you think in the comments. Am I gonna get replaced by AI? Am I finally done? Am I cooked? Should I just upload AI videos here? Let me know what you think in the comments. Love you guys. Check you out on the next one. Bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.